Hello, friends. This is Scott, and it is the end of firewood season. And I just want to do a quick recap. I know you guys are probably tired of firewood videos. I know I'm tired physically and mentally, but it was a fun project. This was all the wood we had from a Chinese elm we had cut down late last winter. It all started at our rental house, and as I stroll up the hill, you can see how big this stump is. It's already sprouted out. This was in July, I believe. And I hadn't started moving any of the wood up to this point, but yeah, this is what I was facing. Nice steep hill and lots of firewood. And I wanted the firewood for the hobby farm, so I was excited about it, but I also knew it was going to take a lot of work. But as we scroll down around, you see how messy those trees are. They're junk trees, but they're great firewood. Got my work cut out for me, brought my trailer, and I took several loads down to the hobby farm. It's an hour and 15 minutes away. So, it took several weekends of work to do that. And I got one rack chopped up, and then you see what I had left for my second of the world's best firewood racks that I installed. But there was a lot of wood here, and it was tough wood. And I did several videos showing how to split, elm, and I won't get into all those details, but it was a lot of work. But I got smart, and I started using wedges. And the last time down, I just busted up a lot of these stumps in half. And then I came down for a 3-day or 3-night stay right before or during New Year's and New Year's Day. And decided I was going to finish this, whether it killed me or not. So after the first day, I was down to this much wood. I was a little bit tired, and I just said, I'll finish it up. This was New Year's Eve. And we had quite a bit of wood there. Now, those racks are 17.5 feet wide, and the one in the back's about 5 feet tall average, and the one in the front, when I get done, is about 4 foot tall. But here was my last stump to chop up, and it was a crotch piece. So I figured let's just whittle this down as much as I can to be done with this, but I saved the best for last because, this project was fun, but it was a lot of work, and I wanted to end it up with a bang on this one. And I got the wedges out. And I'm not going to show you all the swinging on this time, but yeah, I took a double wedged, and I just wanted to chop a chunk off the side, and I was successful in that. So I figured let's go on the other side and see what we can do. Based on the angle of the crotch pieces, I started with one wedge and just see how that was going to work. And I was able to knock a chunk out of that one. So got another wedge and decided I'd see if I could bust this open and see if I could take another chunk out. Got it down to this, so we're getting there. It's a little bit of uneven piece, so I need to move it over to my chopping block to kind of hold it up a little bit. So put another wedge in and was able to bust it almost in half, and then I busted the last of the crotch piece with the final wedge, and I got it down to these two pieces, and then that was it. I wasn't going to bust it up any further than that. So that's the end of the firewood, and there we go. So again, I did burn some firewood, so it's about a 4 foot average in the front, 5 foot in the back, again, 17.5 inch wide. I left one stump for a chopping block. I didn't chop that one up. So I thought there was a lot more wood here, but there's only a cord and a quarter, I think, is what's here. So yeah, it was all by hand, all manual labor, but it wasn't as much as I thought. Now, I don't want anything to go to waste here, so I used up all the bark, and I just put through it in a wheelbarrow to clean up the yard, and I thought we might as well use them. Oh, there's Miss Thing, just to show that she's doing great. And I brought the bark up against the fence lines, and this is in the front part of my yard, just to try to smother some weeds between the front and the back planting beds that I'm building on the south side of the house. And I also put a bunch along the raspberry beds on the north side. So yeah, it was got to use up all the materials, but I am happy that I am now retired from firewood. And I can't say I won't be coming out of retirement sometime, but it won't be probably in the next year or two. So we'll see how that goes, unless I get a good score of firewood and I get some motivation going. But anyway, my New Year's resolution is to not chop firewood this year, other than maybe kindling, and I'm going to stick to that one. I think I've got other projects to do. But anyway, it was a fun project. Not nearly as much wood as I thought. I was a little disappointed at the totals, but yeah, it is what it is. So I've got enough wood there for several years, I think. So anyway, so we're going to be transitioning inside the hobby farm, and we're going to get going on some more trim and molding, and that'll be probably the next video that I do. Looks like snow this weekend, and my truck is in the shop with some axle issues, so we'll see if I can get down there this weekend and do anything other than shovel snow if I can make it. But I hope to get started on the rest of the trim and the molding. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.